bienvenidos todo el mundo. Snacks está entrevistando gente, right? Like big people like Ethan, pero yo decidí, hey, ¿qué pasa si entrevisto a alguien like smaller known in the community? You know, Ethan might cover some top players de aquí, o maybe top players de Estados Unidos. Estoy un poquito enfermo, so disculpen eso. So yo decidí entrevistar una mini celebridad controversial por Twitter del el Pescao. Dilo la Pescao.
Hello, el Pescado, mucho gusto, gracias por estar yo en tu interview. I feel honored, LMAN.
Yeah, y el Pescao se introdució él mismo. Let's give a welcome to him. So, Pescao, like,
Yeah.
let's ask a very first obvious question. ¿De dónde vino el nombre El Pescao?
Okay, so Del Pescado is a very old name from my childhood, and basically mi mamá es venezolana, so every time she would call me, she would be like, "Mira Pescado," and she would just call me like that. And so one time with Blue Thunder, because me and Blue Thunder are old friends,
Mhm.
I started calling him Pescado, and then he started calling me Pescado, and that's where it came from.
So, esto pone un buen follow-up question. ¿Por qué Blue Thunder es Blue Thunder y no Pescao? Like you, like, ¿tú crees que hubiera ido a una realidad donde tú tuvieras un nombre diferente y él fuera Pescado y tú tuvieras un nombre diferente o tú siempre serías Pescado porque tú sabes, tú empezaste todo eso de pescado esto, pescado lo otro contra ustedes dos?
I feel I feel like Blue Thunder wouldn't have the El Pescado name because it's more of a me thing. De yo querer llamarla El Pescado, and it was meant more as like a funny insult. So I wouldn't think he would name himself Pescado. Plus, he came up with Blue Thunder before I came up with my tag.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, nice,
Also,
nice.
Also, for Blue Thunder's birthday, one time, I think this was last year, I gifted him un literal filete de pescado.
Ah, diablo. Pero qué tipo de pescado, porque like pescado es bueno de comer.
Yeah, I went to my local pharmacy, mi supermercado que tengo la organización,
Yeah.
y literalmente busqué a un pescado that just literally just said pescado, and I got the most generic ass looking filete de pescado.
Tenía los,
And it had like
tenía los
una
ojos y la
apellido.
cara, ¿verdad? Que a veces
Yes,
algunos supermercados lo tienen.
it was like a dead fish.
Oh, wow.
I gave it to him.
Y pregunta, tú con tu asociación de pescado, ¿qué tipo de pescado te gusta más? Like, de comer.
A mí me gusta. I
Porque
don't really know a lot about types of fishes, but as long as they're white and they're soft y que no tengan mucha espina, I'll eat it. Although I'm not a big fan of mariscos though.
Alright.
Like,
es que en Cabo Rojo es un pueblo que tiene un montón de mariscos porque al lado de la playa. So, si un día vienes a Cabo Rojo, maybe te puedo llevar a un restaurante. We can both eat some fish ahí bien bueno, like mesita de pescado o dorado, tú sabes. Oh no, dorado. Shout out to Golden City, que en Dorado.
Yo, Christian's team.
Yeah, man.
So
And for a bigger spot and for a bigger shout out, todos sus weeklies son el sábado a las 2 p.m. 3 p.m. si gente del oeste viene.
Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah. Es que guiando del oeste a Dorado sometimes can be hard for us Western guys. Y a veces our schedules can just get fucked. So fate tiene the good graciousness to just let us, you know, you can start a little later.
Well,
Pero that's enough about us. Que tú digas como ha sido tu tournament experience as of now, since that's been a relevant topic lately.
My tournament experience as in me like competing?
Bueno, no, I mean with the people y cosas así, porque competir es más
with the
como...
community.
Porque competir es más como yo decir, so, ¿qué tú crees que cómo ha sido tu gameplay en el torneo? Pero experiencia en el torneo, you know, like interacciones con gente, the people been nice, o tú crees que there can be some few workarounds for some people?
Okay, so it's really funny because the first time the first tournament I went to was First Attack 2021.
All right.
Before that tournament, I wasn't really in playing Smash competitively. I was mostly just supporting Christian because I was busy with other stuff, lo que sea. Y entonces, I love going to First Attack because the first tournament, the Smash tournament I ever went to, fue in Smash 4. When I didn't play it seriously, I was more a Clash Royale kind of guy, and I played Smash 4 with a Wii remote because I didn't know what a GameCube controller was. Entonces, I would literally show up to First Attack 2016 with a Wii remote playing Kirby, and I turned into a meme. I think at the 2 or 3 years ago, I was in a Smash group chat, and Tama from the West
Yeah.
recognized me and was like, "Yo, tú eres André, smiley face, the First Attack," and I'm like, "Yo, what?" And then he showed me a random photo, me playing with the Wii remote, and I'm like, "Yo." So yeah, that's how my experience with First Attack. And when I went to register con Christian, he told me, "Oh, you gotta get a Twitter." Y yo, "What?" And they say, "You to register to First Attack, you need to follow their account, so you need to get a Twitter." I have a little experience with Twitter at that time because I didn't use it like at all. I didn't have the app, so it was Christian basically made me an account because my previous account was banned from like 5 years ago.
Hmm.
So Christian did the entire account, and that's how I got my Twitter. And my smash and the First Attack was probably the tournament I most practiced with. Me, Christian, and David or made a sleepover the night before First Attack, and we grinded the shit out of it. So I think yeah, First Attack is that's when the legendary Pescao thing happened. Like not a lot of people know this, but when I went to register for First Attack like the day before, and
Yeah.
Chopper was there, I remember his name. I
Really?
told him, he asked me, "Yo, what's your tag?" Y yo le dije, "Bueno, because here's the thing, my tag, El Pescado, was born in First Attack. Like, I literally changed my tag from Violet to El Pescado, because Violet was just a tag I just made up, like, randomly. Like, it had no meaning. And so, I made it up, I changed it to a better one.
I'm not
So
gonna
Chopper was
lie.
like, "Yo, what's your tag?" Mm-hmm.
That was probably the best decision you could have done. Porque had you been named Violet, tú probablemente wouldn't have that whole "Ea, el pescado" meme going on, you know?
Yo, Christian was the one who suggested I would change it to El Pescado, and I was like, you know what? That's a really good idea.
You
And when
know,
Chopper asked me for my tag, I said El Pescado, and he was like, "Yo, I can't wait cuando llaman El Pescado a la Karima." Like he was hyping me up. He said, "Yo, espero que tú ganes el torneo, you make it top 8." Y yo, okay, this person I've never seen before, let's go.
that's nice.
Entonces that's where the legend of he told no he asked me my tag and I told him El Pescado and then he asked me what character I play and I told him Kirby and that's when he got really excited, you know. He got holy shit, Kirby. So in the actual tournament, the first like that's where the whole epic cow thing happened when I went against PR Able, and I was scared shit because I was like, yo, because keep in mind, I had no idea who the top players were. I was going in completely blind. So when I went to play Sauce PR Able, lo único que yo sabía era, oh, yo, este gringo viene de allá afuera. He plays Terry. I gotta get some matchup experience. So like the 20 minutos before I played him, I was just making all of my friends play Terry and giving me all the Terry tips. That's when
uh,
the legendary the game 2 against Terry that I read him with my down B and I killed him
Lamau.
happened. And the second talk too. He killed that zero. He counterpicked bro, PR Able counterpicked my Kirby. Like bro, what you doing counterpicking a bottom tier, bro? Like come on.
He picked
Like
Ike.
that's my John. Yeah, that was a
Um,
good
I,
set.
I can give you some Ike experience next time we meet in person if he counterpicks you again.
Yeah, that really was a good set. And that's also the tournament where I played Chokyuken.
Ooh.
And I never at the it was funny because the first game was close, and then I actually beat him the second game, and I was like, "Yo, this dude pretty good. Who is he?" And then Christian right beside me, he's the best Rio in Puerto Rico, and I'm like, "Cabrón, qué carajo." Oh, okay, como que best Rio in Puerto Rico, bro. So yeah, I'm glad at my first attack run.
All right, nice, nice, nice. And here and due to all your experiences diciendo Christian and stuff, that's Blue Thunder, right?
Oh yeah, my bad. I just since me and Blue Thunder go way back, I just normally call him Christian.
All right.
But when I meet him in person, it's funny because then I call him Blue Thunder para molestarle. He gets annoyed. He goes for like a sleepover or something. I'm like, yo, the legendary Blue Thunder, top 10 playing Puerto Rico. And he's like, oh, yeah.
Well, I invited Blue Thunder to eat Mexican lunch with me at Frame by Frame. I hope to see you there.
Oh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to go. It depends on the time. It's mostly of the location. Está bien allá in the
And
west.
Mayagüez.
But I am fully gonna support Blue Thunder on his crew battle
You
that
you.
he's gonna represent Golden State. I hope he does really good.
All right, I guess you can call him Gold Thunder now.
So that's a good idea.
And let's say you can call WF. Okay, so Electric Wing of Fist is just EGWF, right? You can just
Yeah.
you can just call it Electric Golden Fist, Electric Wind Gold Fist. Yeah, there we go.
WEF should just change his tag to EWGF. Much more
Uh,
accurate.
how about you? Or we could just, or you could just call him WF Gold Input.
The golden put. Yeah.
And as for
So.
Fate,
Mhm.
you can just call him La Fate, pero dorado.
Yeah.
Uh,
So the first tournament top player I actually met was Bicho back
yeah,
then, because he was Christians. They were all always together. Oh, because él era el que le daba pon a Blue Thunder, so that's how they met.
all
So
right.
that's how I met Bicho. And that's also actually no. After his first attack, I went to actually Sleeping Forest back then, and that's why I met WF. And I met WF because I was trying to play Kazuya, and Blue Thunder was like, yo, you should try and play Kazuya with WF. He mains it, remember you? And then I got some advice from WF. So yeah, those two were like my first two people that I've actually met. Also, before all of this, when I was like in 9th grade, I'm in 12th grade right now. So when I was like at the start of high school, Conde, for me, Conde, because he went to this like one tournament at my school that it was organized, and he bodied everyone, and he was trolling with Ganondorf. Back then, everyone, like for me, the top players were just Conde. Conde was the top player. There's no other players, because that's the only player I knew. So it was really inspiring and really like it impacted me when I saw Blue Thunder's rise to the top and just seeing him just wipe with all of these players, including Conde, and it really showed just much Blue Thunder has grown
Yeah.
compared to Novena when all we knew was Conde, the top player who got bodied.
Who knows? Maybe you'll do your own rise too, just like Blue Thunder. You know, it's all a matter of time. Some are faster than others, some
Yeah.
are a bit slower. It all takes time and patience in Smash.
Yeah, I'm planning to go to the Smash by. It's not the bi-weekly. It's the other one, the Brawl one. That's gonna be before el 28 de mayo. I want to go to that one because it's gonna be the start of a circuit. I hope I can participate in that.
All right, that's good. And something else I would like to ask, right? I've already asked your tournament experience, and you've given me a bunch of info. Thank you very much. Any problems you think that might be rampant in the community, and try to keep names out of this, since this really isn't the type of video for that. But it could be but it's an interesting thing. The whole thing of is the community a good place, a safe place, has been a relevant topic again, and I would just like to know your thoughts if you think it's a safe place, good place, you know.
Well, I don't go to tournaments as much as people like Blue Thunder and consistent other players like Tweet go.
Yeah.
So I don't have that much exposure.
So
But I
just
did.
tell me something short. Yeah, if you haven't been too much, then don't worry. Just tell me like, you know, just something short. You know, like has it been good, really good, regular,
Like
bad, or like really bad?
in the tournaments I've been, I've seen like no types of of people being uncomfortable, and the tournament is run always really smooth. But there is this one interaction that's not negative. It's just someone else talking about their experience, so
Mm,
don't worry. About me, tuve pon to
yeah,
like Golden City. It was Blue Thunder Snacks. They were like in the car with me, dándome pon.
yeah,
And then I was talking with Midden because that's the first time I met Midden.
yeah.
I was in the car with him, and then Midden was talking about how he likes to go to Smash tournaments, but his girlfriend doesn't want to go. And I'm like, oh, why doesn't your girlfriend want to go in? And he's like, oh, because my girlfriend's had bad experiences with sexism. And
Mm,
I was like, oh, well, that's a shame. And yeah, so that's the one time in person that I've come to see the effects of those types of behaviors.
all right, all right, interesting. And you know, and this is and even though you haven't had much experiences yourself with the tournament, yeah, that's also a pretty hot topic right now. I wouldn't say hot, but because yeah, because there's a whole subject on this, you know, on women's experience with with video game communities as as in general. And thank you for saying that your own experience has been good. All right. And I hope you continue to have a good one. We all want to make this a safe place, you know, like no harassments to
Yeah,
anyone,
and
no nothing like that.
yeah, I keep like I know I'm very controversial on Twitter, but I really true do try to not target someone at like in a mean way. Like on the first ever meme I created, besides my me being cheesy, El Pescado, was when Gabs was just talking with Christian, and he was saying something right, and I go, "Cabrón, tu juega Gaming Watch," and that tweet blew up. It was basically on Twitter. I don't know. I just since I have so much respect for Christian and for Blue Thunder and what he's doing. Whenever anyone
All right.
tries to say something to Blue Thunder, I try to like understand what they're going through and do my bad. I try to understand what's the situation, and I get I just want to annoy them basically, but I don't want to be mean to them, so I just say something random, and I have a good laugh at it. So yeah, that's what happened with, with the whole Gabs thing. Y que más, también with Vectoric, I also I'm really good friends with him, and I think we have the same sense of humor with the whole foreskin thing. I feel like he's a really cool dude.
Yeah.
And with Tokyuken, on recent news, like the last tournament, right? They were talking about him getting hate because of the character he plays.
Oh yeah.
I don't condone hating the person. You can hate the character, but don't hate the person, right?
Yeah.
Like it's funny like when I or someone else says, "Oh, cabrón, tú juegas Steve," because like cabrón, tú juegas Game Watch. Like it's not it's nothing harmful. I'm just saying you play a character. But when you come in like, well, I'm not gonna say names, but when you come into like a Twitch chat and you just type like a shit ton of messages while the dude's streaming and in the entire mid tournament, and you're like harassing him about you aburre, you play this character, the tweet is gonna choke on his birthday. It's cae mal. I feel like we should be more respectful about those types of things and keep it to a minimum in that aspect.
That's very interesting. Um, I personally haven't seen anyone seeing DMs like that. But that's very interesting, and I do think that's also an important thing to touch up on. That that we should find out those who send in messages like that. Sure, you can say, "Oh, this is boring," but like say that, but like people say it as a joke, but honestly, sometimes that can just hurt the player who's actually playing. You know, that like despite
Yeah, like
Chokyukin
mhm.
using Steve, you gotta admit he's like a mini prodigy because he improved dramatically. And for some of us, we may say, "Oh, Steve this, Steve that," but we have no hate towards Chokyukin. But for some people, they'll say Steve this, Steve that, and then Chokyukin carry this, Chokyukin carry that.
Yeah, like they were disregarding his progress because of the character he plays. I feel like that's just unfair.
Yeah.
And I heard that in the tournament, like in the actual tournament, not in the Twitch chat, in the tournament, people were also shouting, saying a lot of disapproval.
Mm.
Yeah, so
Did this happen recently, like yesterday or something?
this was this was in the bi-weekly, the eccentric, like the
Was it?
last tournament.
Yeah, yeah, yesterday, right?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Hmm. Very interesting. So I guess that's why Totson decided to bring out the whole Smash Community Experience thing again, didn't he?
Yeah, also because of the basically I was talking about that with Blue Thunder actually, and he brought up the tweet I brought to you recently about 420p chits tweet about it was back in March
Yeah.
when people were having sexist comments about a friend of his and the TO problems, and I wasn't aware of that because I think during March or something I didn't use Twitter for took a break from it,
Yeah.
and when I came back I didn't get to catch up, and I kind of missed that, which was pretty important because it showed light about a lot of things that this community has, like what was it? It was like bullying, harassment, pedophilia, stuff that I just wasn't aware of, and it's important to bring these things to to a light. Yeah.
Well, that's actually honestly kind of sad. So, I just want to tell you, you're young. I want for you young players, we want you all to have the safest experience, in the Smash community. So if there's any problems, just speak up, all right?
Yeah, and obviously, I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. I've also been called out because of my recent the redo of healer tweets, and I just want to come on and say I don't condone any rape of said sort to anyone. I don't condone. I was just analyzing an anime that I liked,
Yeah.
and I know a lot of people could interpret that as me condoning rape, but I want to deny those claims and say that I don't support that type of behavior. I was just analyzing an anime that I liked. I
Yeah.
liked the way it was presented, and I'm I'm sorry if people got offended by some claims.
All right.
I know
All
I
right.
got called
Nice.
out for that.
Nice. And now that you've brought up anime, I want to ask, what other games do you like besides Smash Bros? Or types of
Oh
games,
man,
like if the list is long, just summarize like um your genres of games you like, or if it's just some franchises you want to list out, just like say your top three or something, top three favorite besides Smash.
it's the opposite actually.
Really?
Um, so in Smash 4,
Yeah.
the reason I wasn't really a tryhard in that game was because I was so into Clash Royale.
Oh.
I really liked that game, and I actually remember in Christmas, I would just ask for the money to put in that game so I could level up faster.
I got a level 13
Also, yeah.
witch, so if you wanna just duke it out in Clash Royale, we can just meet in person. I can use that level 13 witch on you.
Yo, level 13 Rich, well, more than half of my deck is already level 13, so watch out.
All right. That
Um,
that that would be lit. Any other game franchises, yeah, you like 'em, the most, or you just want to say Clash Royale?
I mean, I know, just normally like Mario games. Besides Smash, I like Mario Party. I like Mario Kart. I
Yeah.
played some other Super Mario games. Um, Also Stanley Parable is like the PC game I most like. What about Switch games? Oh
I
yeah, I wanted to get into Dragon Ball Fighters, which is a Switch game, but then I lost my Switch. I
You don't
never
have
could
to
afford it.
say Switch exclusive games. Like, just because you play Smash, that doesn't mean you have to settle yourself for the Switch. You can just get a Switch for Smash, or just emulate Smash on a PC and then just practice in locals. People do that. So just say like games you just like. All right, you don't have to say things just to Switch. All right.
It's my bad. I just since I only have well, I had it. I actually after first attack, my dad took away my Switch because I didn't do a homework I was supposed to do,
Yeah.
and after I did it, I asked my dad for like the Switch back, and he said, "Oh, I lost it, and I don't know where it is." And I'm like, "Bruh, that thing worth like $500, and you lost it." So yeah, it's been like over half a year since I don't have a Switch, which sucks. So the games that I did wanted to play, which was Dragon Ball Fighters, I wanted to try Jump Force, because I wanted to try other fighting games.
All right.
I just couldn't.
And
Yeah.
another thing I do want to ask, right? Um, like what characters would you like to see in a future Smash game? You like just say you say three candidates you'd like to see, right? But also try making it sound like realistic. because we all know many people wanted Bayo, and look how she did with to Smash 4. Many people wanted Steve, and now he's the most hated character possibly in Smash Ultimate. So,
Nah, Game
like,
and Watch worse.
uh, what?
Yeah, Game and Watch is a lot worse
All right.
because is Game and Watch. Yeah. Okay. Okay,
Just,
I'm sorry. I'll tell you my three characters that I most like to play
no, 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 characters you want
in
to
the next
see in
Smash
Smash.
game.
Yeah,
So yeah, okay, yeah, the characters I want to see in Smash.
just three.
So my
Just give me
number
three.
one is okay, yeah, three, yeah. So the character I most want in Smash is Waluigi,
Yeah.
because I feel like he would have a really goofy moveset, and he's just such a, like an anti-hero. So it would be very. Also, it's funny how the community has always wanted him in the game, and it's become a meme of him just not entering the game. I think that's hilarious. So yeah, I really want Waluigi in Smash. Plus, it would be really a very troll character. I feel like it would be a very troll character.
And before you say anything
Although,
else, I'm gonna classify your three picks. By the way, I'm gonna put Waluigi as your more possible pick, and then I'm gonna put your number two, which you'll say right now, as your unlikely pick, but would be great to see in Smash. And then number three has to be a dream pick.
unlikely pick, but great to see in Smash. Among Us.
All right.
Among Us in Smash.
Do you think because of the fact that it's a trendy indie game that will just lose, current status while this whole COVID thing is over, or because it isn't that well known? Well, it is well known in Japan thanks to things like Hololive and stuff like that. So I shouldn't be saying that. All right. So just tell me, what's your dream pick? Dream pick. I wouldn't say a TV show character or comic book character. You know, I would say more like a video game character that literally has zero chances of being in the game as a playable fighter.
Me who was about to say Goku. Fuck, okay, I have to think about another character.
It's
Video
no,
game
it's
character
because
that
see,
has
here's the thing:
zero chance.
Was, if Goku had chance to be in, if Sakurai one day said, "Oh, we can put these characters too because I'm running out of video game characters," then he would just put Goku first because let's face it, he's the most requested fighter.
Yeah, I mean, I think Among Us is already pretty unlikely, but if we're gonna go even more unlikely, I
Yeah,
feel like Jinx, the Pokemon.
Jinx
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Pokemon.
that'll be, yeah, this will be my dream pick.
All right. You want me to tell you my three?
Oh yeah, please.
All right. A regular Shin Megami Tensei rep is my most possible pick because we got a Persona rep. The most next thing for an Atlas one would probably be a one from their actual proper game. An unlikely one, I would say, is something like like Travis Touchdown or maybe Doom Guy or something like that because
The
maybe
new guy would be hype.
Doomguy would be hype, yes, and he would be a great representative for shooters. In
Yep.
fact, I take back my statement. I'd say a Call of Duty rep because Call of Duty's just been very popular with the shooters. And my dream pick would just be Marianne right there.
Marianne.
Yeah, Marianne Von
She from,
Edmund.
oh yeah, she from Fire Emblem.
Yeah,
Alright,
Fire Emblem
we
Three Houses.
name our Fire Emblem characters.
What?
Think we have enough? Don't you think we have enough Fire Emblem characters?
Oh no 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 no. See there's enough. The problem is they put too many Awakening characters. There's a difference.
Oh yeah, we should remove all the copy ones. We should remove Roy. We should remove Lucina. We should remove Corin. Like, bro.
See,
Who playing Corin, bro?
no one
Remove
wants
those three
Corrin. Not
characters.
even the Fire Emblem fans want Corrin.
Not even the Fire Emblem fans are Corin. Yeah, I'm googling imaging Marianne. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that should be a good fit.
Uh, not really a good fit, but just because she's best girl. But if you would say a fireman character that should be a good pick, that would be Marianne. Not Marianne, I mean Anna, because she's an almost 30 fireman game. She's a pseudo mascot, and she can use every weapon ever.
Whoa.
So yeah,
Okay. She looks like
and
Aaron.
and do you think that would be a good pick?
Well, I don't know nothing about Fire Emblem character, but looking at just the character design,
Yeah,
I feel like she looks a little bit too much like Pyra, you know?
yeah, but here's the thing. Anna would be perfect as a DLC choice because she's because she's already been put in other Fire Emblem games as DLC because she likes money.
Oh, yeah, like an anime from One Piece. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can see that.
And that could bring me to another question for you. What? All right, everyone knows you were analyzing redo of the healer, whatever that thing is.
Redo of Healer.
Redo of
Redo
healer.
of Healer.
All right. So
Yeah.
what's your favorite shows and comics? And when I say shows and comics, I also tend to mean something like manga or anime because that just counts as TV shows and comics. All right.
Okay. So recently I watched a Doctor Strange movie, so that got me like wanting to watch the Moon Knight series.
Yeah.
But lately I've just been watching good old anime, and my favorite anime is probably Naruto, like the shonen type.
Yeah.
And if we go into the romance and slice of life kind of genres, my favorite ones would be Oregairu and A Silent Voice, which
All
is
right.
my favorite movie too.
All right.
But
And
yeah,
is that all you want to say for that?
my favorite comic in this case would be light novel actually,
All
but
right.
it also has a manga. It's Classroom of the Elite, which is getting a second season soon.
Okay.
And yeah, I also want to say that the the only reason I like analyzing Rido so much is because Rido is like the only like my top 10 anime isn't like just garbage or like highly controversial or fucked up shit. It's just Rido. Like for the people watching this interview, I have a pretty normal basic ass anime taste. Okay, it's just Rido. I just like talking about it because since it's so controversial, it makes me really think about how I say stuff because it forces you to explain yourself thoroughly. Because if you don't, then if you say, "Oh, you just like this anime because it has rape," which is not true, and you just say, "Oh, well, I guess so." Like, no, you gotta know how to defend yourself, and it forces you to thoroughly like analyze the story and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
I guess you could see it that way. Um,
yeah.
and this interview has already gone for 32 minutes and 30 something seconds. Did you enjoy your time here tonight? Aside from the coughing, of
But
course. I apologize for that.
no, you barely coughed. You're good. I feel like I did enjoy my time here.
All right.
Thank you very much for
And
having me. You know, it
and
was a
uh,
very good experience. I'm very glad you picked me.
and since Blue Thunder was mentioned quite a bit, tell Blue Thunder I want to pick him next.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
Definitely tell him.
and also because probably I gave him a heart attack at a Golden City Weekly, so there's also that. So, yeah, thank you for your time. I greatly appreciate this. And if Smash PR enjoyed this, I would appreciate some feedback, whether to improve or not, what to improve, what's good already. And if you say Mike, I already know that, but that's because I only have a headset for accessibility. And good night, Pescao. I hope you have a great evening and be able to help your dad on whatever it is. And and if I'm and if I'm at a Smash tourney and you happen to be there, you can hit me up if you want some mic practice. But if you happen to be in the same tournament with Jiu-Jitsu, he can give you Terry practice.
Well, yeah,
So
that's
I
very
bid
nice
you
of you.
goodbye, my guy.
We'll keep that in touch.
Anything you
Yeah,
want to
good
say
night.
before you
Thank you
leave?
for having me. Uh, yeah, I really enjoy the Smash community. I feel like they're all very good people. Shout out to WF, Vectorek, Snacks and Beach Hole for just having us everywhere.
Yeah.
And yeah, I hope I go to more tournaments soon.
All right then. Goodbye, Pescal, and good night.
Good night.